Been a long time since I've talked about the Galaxy Z Fold 4, but I think we have a really good reason to do so today in this video because Samsung has done something that I think is really, really cool. They have rolled out a whole bunch of brand new AI features to the Z Fold 4, not just the Z Fold 5. So if you've been holding on to this phone, maybe still daily driving it for all these many years, check for that update because there's some cool stuff in it. And I'm going to show you quite a few of the big ones right now. So we've got old reliable Z Fold 4 here in hand, and we have this screen that shows a list of the new AI features that are on board. You can see this list here. We're not going to go through all of these, but I will show you a handful of these really interesting new features. So maybe you've actually seen this in some of the ads for the S24 line of phones, but Live Translate is now here, and this can be enabled, and this is a really important thing to keep in mind. This has to be manually enabled, and we're going to look for, it's probably not going to be Arabic if I'm being honest. In my area, it's probably going to be Spanish for the language, and you can download that language pack. And what's going to happen is if I'm on the phone speaking with someone who does not speak English, but they speak Spanish, as we are talking, they're going to hear me in Spanish, I'm going to hear them in English. And of course, it's a robot voice, but it does work, from what I can tell, fairly well. There's also an option here to mute my voice, and what this means is they're only going to hear that robot voice. Otherwise, they're going to hear you in your language and then the translated version, and then you're going to hear the same thing depending on what this setting is. If we jump into an app where we can have our keyboard open, let's switch back to that Samsung keyboard, and there should be some new options here to play with. You see the little AI icon down there. Anytime you see, go away, that thing. Anytime you see that little set of stars, you know that there is some AI going on. So I've typed something out here. We're going to click on that AI button, translate chats, enhance your writing. Let's click on OK. Again, this is something you kind of have to manually begin. And we have a couple of options. So first off is spelling and grammar. I absolutely love this. This is something that I have on our Pixel devices, and I'm really happy to see it here built into this keyboard as well. So we're going to insert that correction. But you can also do writing style. And what this is going to give you is several different styles. So casual, social, it's got tags in there as well, polite. And you can pick one of those and it's going to insert that for you as well. Something else I think they've added with this update is circle to search. If you press and hold down there at the bottom, you're going to have this interface pop up where you can now circle things on your screen, copy text, search for things as well. Let's actually demo this a little bit better. So we'll jump into this very first article here, and we'll just circle to search on this TV box, and it should be able to pull that up just fine. So circle to search is here as well. Pretty cool. If we jump into Samsung Internet, their built-in browser, and we click on the little star icon down there as well, we can summarize and translate web pages. Now this is my website, and there's not a whole lot on here for it to summarize, but you can see that it's going to attempt to do that. Let's open this thing up so you can actually see this a bit better. I don't know why I've been filming this with the outer display this entire time. We'll jump into that same page from earlier, but in this browser instead. Let's click on this and let's go open in Samsung Internet. And we're going to click on that AI button again and click on Summarize. And it's going to condense this article down into something that I think from first glance here is pretty solid. So we are in the voice recorder application. I'm going to start recording now. And some of the new stuff going on here, pretty cool. So you can now transcribe your voice recordings. I don't know if that's new or not actually, but it can definitely transcribe them. But not only that, once you have that transcription, it should be able to use AI to actually summarize that transcription as well. Hopefully that was a long enough voice message to do this. Let's click on it and we're going to transcribe it in English. It's going to take a listen to that. You see the little AI icon there, so you know the AI is happening. There's that, and let's grab a summary and we're going to click on OK. This is very, very brief, but you can see there, that is a summarization that I think looks pretty good. If we jump into the Notes application, we've got a little demo going on here, which is convenient because I don't have any notes to work with. So automatically formatting text, correcting your spelling, summarization, which is something you're going to see a lot with this AI. So you may have a long note that you've taken. It's going to be able to grab that and summarize it for you with AI as well. I've had this wallpaper on here for a really long time. Let's jump into our wallpaper and style and change wallpaper. We should have a brand new option in here called Creative. And what we're going to do here with Generative AI is we're going to make our own wallpaper. So the way this works is you pick a category and then we're going to give it sort of a couple of different options here. So let's go with soft focus. And we're going to say a soft focus photo of, let's not do poppies. Let's do, not a lot of options there. Let's do fireflies with, let's do nice green spring summer hues. And we're going to click on generate. I agree. And it's going to generate a wallpaper with these parameters for me. Now, this is something that we've had very similar options to on Pixel devices. And again, we have it here on this Samsung device as well. And I actually kind of like this first one. So we're going to go ahead and click on Set, Home Screen, and Lock Screen. And there you go. There's a new wallpaper that I actually kind of dig. Sticking with AI image manipulation, let's jump into our gallery. And in this photo here, we're going to click on the little edit pin, and we now have this AI button as well. Reimagine your images, or maybe it's re-image your images. I don't know. That doesn't actually make sense. I thought I was saying something clever. I take it back. What we're going to do here is we're going to try to erase Rose from this photo. And hopefully, it's going to be able to recreate the rails and so forth behind her. We did not get her ears, so we're going to see if we can add the ears in. Did that work? It did not. Still did not get the ears. Well, whatever. We may just have to do that and overshoot a little bit. I do find that even though this should be identical to Magic Editor on Pixel devices, that their generative edit does seem to struggle a bit more with that sort of edge detection. So we're going to press and hold on it again, click on the little erase button, and hit generate. And ideally, she's going to be gone. And like I said, it's going to recreate the area behind her, rails and all. I've seen this be very impressive with Magic Editor. Let's see if generative edit on this device does well, and I think it did really, really well. I think if you zoom in, you can tell that these are rounded for some reason. But yeah, look at that. Let's zoom back out because it likes to pop back and forth. But that is really, really impressive. So we're going to try one more of these, and this is an image that I actually tried on my S23 Ultra, and it did something rather weird over here where Rose was, and I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to do the same thing here. And actually, instead of putting grass back there, it put like a little stump. And I'm curious to see if the Z Fold 4 will have the same hallucination. No, we do just have grass there, so that's good to see. And if you saw the same video about the S23 Ultra, maybe you saw it hallucinate quite wildly when I tried to remove this car. It actually replaced it with another classic car. Actually did not get the little visor up here, so we're going to add that in. And I'm curious to see what will happen here. Will it hallucinate a made-up classic car, or will it give us pavement? Adding the missing pieces, what will that piece be? Made up classic car or pavement? Can't wait to find out. It has once again generated a made up classic car. So it appears as though it's pretty good, but it is still prone to the same occasionally strange hallucinations that the S23 Ultra was prone to. But what's really fun, I think, is if you go from here and you say that you're done, and you go back in, and you select this made-up classic car, and you erase it, what can start to happen is you're basically stacking hallucination on hallucination, and things can get progressively even stranger. So just for fun, why not? Let's go down this rabbit hole. And now we have some sort of a, it looks like cinder block up front with wheels, and some sort of wood platform which is floating. I like that a lot. Let's go back in, and we got to get rid of that. That's obviously a mistake. So let's go ahead and remove that thing and see what we get next. All right, now we have maybe some sort of a bathtub full of sand or full of concrete. A couple of wheels on the front. Again, no wheels on the back. Why would you need wheels on the back, right? You're just going to drag this thing anyways. There's a handle up there. Maybe you're actually meant to sort of pick it up like a, maybe this is a very strange, very large wheelbarrow. We've lost our wheels. We've lost most of everything. We are some sort of strange platform now. I feel like we may be coming to the end of this experiment, but we will, of course, give it one more go. And eventually we should end up with pavement. Well, no pavement there. Instead, we have a very dangerous hole to be filled in this parking lot. I think we're going to end it there. So there you go, guys. Those are a lot of the new AI features on the Z Fold 4. What do you think about this? Drop a comment down below. Which feature is your favorite? Do you love the generative edit hallucinations as much as I do? Let me know, like I said, in those comments down below. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.